Good morning, CWC family. This is Brad here, and this is your Motivational Monday. I hope this finds you well. And I want to start today off by asking you a very sincere question I want you to put some deep thought into. What is your routine? You see, in life, in work, in business, at home, in our family, we are only as good as our routine. Now, we can't account for every second of every day, nor should we try, right? The world's always changing. We should embrace that. But there are things that we need to be committed to doing consistently, to making certain that we excel in all aspects of our life. When it comes to our body, when it comes to our mind, when it comes to our business, when it comes to our relationships with those that we love the most, right? We need to make certain there are routines in place that we're committed to. They don't have to be long, they don't have to be complex, but you have to be consistent in hitting those, in making certain that you commit to those. Right? When it comes to your business, your goals, many of us in the business world, we have these big, huge, lofty goals of these accomplishments that we want to achieve. However, we're not committed to a daily routine that will actually give us a chance to commit those. Many times we sit there and we say to ourselves, when that one moment comes, when that one big break is put in front of me, I'm going to take advantage of it and I'm going to shine brighter than I've ever shined. And that's great. I hope you do. But that one moment will never define your career. It'll never define your legacy. It'll never give you the fulfillment and the success that you think it will. It's the things that you do every day, the routines that you fulfill, that you commit to and that you execute on a daily basis. That's what makes the greats great. Go look at the career and life of Kobe Bryant, of Michael Jordan, of some of the greatest basketball and baseball and football players of all time in all leagues and all sports, right? Go look at Nick Saban. Go look at the people who have defined excellence in their craft. It is the people who have routines and they are committed to them. They're not overly complex, but they are committed to them and they commit to them and they execute upon them consistently. And I would beg you to do the same. And the only way you can start is by doing a self-check, doing an assessment. What is your routine? What is it? You probably have one as human beings. Even if you haven't consciously created one, you've probably established one that you commit to, whether it be unhealthy or healthy. And ask yourself, does it align with the future that you desire for yourself? Not just in business, but in life. What is your routine for taking care of your family, for making certain that you're building quality memories with them? Right? What is the routine that you have in place to make certain that you're taking care of yourself, your own mind, your own body? What is the routine that you have in place to make certain that you hit those business goals that you dream of, that you've written down, that you put it on a vision board? What is the routine in place? Because without a routine, there's no chance that any of it's ever going to live up to the expectations that you have for yourself. And what good is a routine having if you didn't define it for yourself? Right? So don't just let a routine happen by circumstance. Create it, be intentional, make certain it doesn't have to be complex, but it needs to be intentional and it needs to align with what it is that you so desire. See, when you have a routine, you know when you need to recalibrate. You know when you need to kind of fix things and get yourself back on track. Today is a perfect example. I'm not a robot. Life happens. Yesterday, my fiance, she's 32 weeks pregnant. Right? We ended up having to go to the hospital because she had some things. So I'm sitting there managing our other 4 children, trying to keep everything. We got 4 other kids that are 8 and below. So I'm trying to manage all of that. And they try to have a spontaneous water balloon fight just because it happens to be 62 degrees outside, while she's having to go to the hospital and check on the baby. And then this morning, go back to the hospital. And thank God everything's okay. Everything's okay with her and the baby. But all of that threw me off my routine. But if I didn't have a routine, I just would have went back into the natural actions that, I would have started catering to the moment instead of the goals that I have for myself, for the business, for the future, for the family, right? But so when you're throwing off a routine, you know that, hey, I'm not operating the way that I typically operate. I need to recalibrate. So my morning routine, which typically starts at 6 a.m., started at 10 a.m. this morning, right? Because things had to be recalibrated. Life happens, and it's going to happen to you. Things are not always going to be perfect. But with a routine that is calibrated, is intentionally designed to get you towards your goals, you know when you're on track and you know when you're off track. So it sounds simple, but remember, this is a really hard truth for us to all take in, but we must embrace it. You, I, all of us, we are only good. We are only as good as our routine. My name is Brad. This is your Motivational Monday. Let's have an epic week. We'll talk soon.